Hi, this is Simon Chan, and welcome to my network marketing training. Today's part of our coaching program, a question comes in from Randy out in Connecticut. And Randy is a Advanced Diamond Mastermind member of my coaching group. And he says, there's actually 3 and 1 bonus question. The first question is, what type of things can I do to get my team that are in various locations to work as a group? Okay, so one of the things to work as a group depends on how far they are, Randy. If they are in different parts of the country, it's going to be that's a little tricky. Okay, so the most important thing, number one, before anyone works with anyone, is they got to have a relationship with each other, right? They got to know each other, bond with each other. That's how humans work. We got to know each other, build relationships. If everyone is different parts. Now, if you're local, it's very easy. Just do something fun to hang out, maybe a little dinner, get together, mixer. If your guys like sports, maybe go do a softball game, go watch a game. Do something fun, creative, that's not business-like, and get people together just to hang out and get to know each other, right? Sometimes we used to do things that like Dave and Buster's, where people just eat a little bit and have a couple of drinks and then play some games. Something that bonds together, okay? Bonds people, because it's all about relationships. Now, if you are people spread apart, that makes it a little harder. But again, it's all about the relationships. What I would do first is you got to do a weekly call. Okay, I mean, you're at your level right now. You need to do a weekly call, a weekly teleconference, a webinar. If it's not weekly, if it's too much, then minimum every 2 weeks. It doesn't need to be 1 hour, 2 hours. It could be short, 30 minutes, one hour, and I can give you the template on what to do. Okay, so you want to keep it. So when you do this calls, you want to be interactive, right? Introduce people to the call, and once it starts, because this is basically how I built my business. When I first started, I used the internet a lot. I had people, my contacts were from New York. My warm market, they were mostly from New York, but I lived in LA. And then from the internet, I had people from Florida, Texas. So how in California, and how I got them together was we used to do a weekly call. And in the beginning, it may be harder for people to get to each other, but afterward it's very easy. You see the same people on the call, they'll start talking to each other, and now it's even easier. Like Facebook, you start a Facebook group, right? Just very similar to a mastermind. You didn't know anyone there, but now you slowly build relationships with Facebook. And Facebook's great because I can see pictures of you, I can be your friend, see what's going on, I learn about you. And as these relationships build, it's much easier to work together. Okay, now. And if there's a big local event, okay, for example, a convention that your team is going, then you must do something there. Do like a little team dinner, team breakfast. Every time when I was growing my teams at convention, we do a team breakfast where all will come together. It could be 30, 50 of us where we'll come together, and the leaders will speak, so it brings everyone together. So when they leave, even though they're from different parts of the country, right, they still have this relationship, those memories. And doing anything team bonding, like working out. So one of the things I do before convention, we do a little retreat where leaders from different parts of the world, they fly in and we just hang out. So once you have the relationships built, it's much easier later on. Okay. Second question is, what's the best way to build crossover multicultural? I have some Asian neighbors that have seen a bit of my works and somewhat curious based on my mannerisms, however limited in speaking English. They're a hardworking couple. I know they want more. What's the best way to actually approach them? Again, especially when you're doing different cultures, okay? And get to know them first, learn about them, and then it'll naturally come up. Okay, get to know them, be friends with them first, build a relationship. Especially, if you're a Caucasian or African American and they are a Chinese, they do speak very limited. Normally, there is some type of skepticism, mistrust. People normally trust. A lot of times, people trust people of the same kind. Just get to know them, learn about them, let them learn about you, right? Let them learn about your family, how you are. And when you build a relationship, right now, there's no relationship, and the language barrier, and also the cultural barrier makes it even more difficult. But if you get to invite them to over your house, or I think you said neighbors, neighbors, maybe just be friendly, help them out, and the key is to provide value. Providing value, helping out, helping others, find a way to help them. Maybe they need their car was stuck, or they needed some help with I'm giving a random example. This is somehow like one of my neighbors helped me out. I had a plumbing problem. He came out to help me out instead of me hiring a plumber. And now, like, guess what? I like to help out, right? And then the relationship builds just from there. I mean, it's funny. Like, he helped me out, and then I recommended dog training to them, and then all of a sudden we become good friends, right? And then now it's much easier. So I would focus on getting to know them first. Find ways where you can help them. Give advice. Maybe you talk about job security, or because they're new, they're immigrants. You said, right? They're from Asia, so you can find ways that maybe you know that they may not know about. Right? If it comes up in conversation, just provide value and give it time, and don't try to sell them. Build a relationship. Number 3 is we talked about the niche and the USP. For those who don't know, USP is unique selling proposition, but how you market yourself. Are there any good ways to make flyers with phone numbers on them, with pull tabs, or is that considered tacky? If it is, what do you recommend? You are thinking, let's take a time out. You're on the wrong track. You are thinking about what marketing to do for your niche, right? Think about what you are good at first. If you're good and get that niche, it doesn't matter what you put out there. People will respond, even if it's tacky or not. I mean, posting those flyers or pull tabs, I think it's lame, but it works. It works. That's why people still do them, right? It works for a certain type of people. But that's all I can say. It works for certain type of people. And there's sometimes people we call bandit signs. We put signs on the street, like earn income, call this, you see on the lamppost. Would I ever call something like that? No. Was a lot of my good friends call them? No. But they work. They work. Same thing with those little, business cards. You put them in a gas station. That's crazy. Things that look like dollar bills. Very tacky. But for me. But they work. There's a lot of people, and there are leaders that I know that brought in, that came in through that way. Okay, so and again, it may be tacky for me now, but maybe at one point later in my life, it won't be tacky. So you never know. But you're focused on the wrong thing. You're thinking about the marketing, the medium, the message. Think about who you are first. Okay, because you talk about your market, your niche, right? If it's okay, so if it's like, just say you're a sports, okay, you're a basketball coach. And that's your niche. Would basketball players that look up to you, would they respond to that pull tab? Right? Maybe yes, maybe no. Okay. What type of people who make what type of income will respond to that pull tab? Okay. What type of people are you trying to attract? What type of people? So that's like, I think you're one of the proud few that served. Respect you a lot. I think you served in the military. You served in the military, right? People in the military your age that you people hung out, whatever niche, would they reply to that? Maybe they will, maybe they won't, right? So you got to find out what your niche is, who you want to attract, what type of, who you're attractive to as well, right? Who you're attractive to. Then you find out what they like to learn more. So don't think about the message or what you're gonna do. Think about your niche and what you are. Then the message will come a lot easier, right? So a good example is right now, So for example, I want to attract I want to see if 80-year-olds will reply to my iPhone. What type of, you're asking basically, what type of iPhone mobile advertising should I do who should I do? Will be tacky and good. But it depends on who you attract. So I can't answer that question because you don't know what your niche is. If my niche was to attract 80-year-old people, 75, 80 seniors retired, and then that would be a terrible niche because most of them don't use iPhones. Or don't use smartphones, right? But if I'm niche attracting to a 20-year-old, then mobile advertising could work, okay? But if you're trying to attract 80 people, that's my niche. It doesn't matter how great the ad is. You have anyone talking about it, the president of the U.S. endorsing, it doesn't work because you're gonna see it, right? So hopefully that gives you a better idea of the market and the niche. The last, you said, bonus question. If you sponsored me and agreed to work directly with me, what would be your first action step beyond the names list and e-apprentice? So the first thing is of course your goals, what your goals are, and second is your names list, right? And I would when you say goals, whatever your goal is, I would show you how you're going to make that goal. So if you want to make $100, how many people would you need to sponsor in order to make that goal, right? So you want to get certain customers. And maybe you have a monthly ordership maintenance, right? One of the things I teach is the ordership is good. You have to consume the product, but you can also sell some of your ordership as well, right? So you want to get customers. How many customers? It's just that you're fine. But financial, I have no money is a terrible excuse for not being on order ship, because you can sell your order ship and get your money back, right? So that's just a lame excuse. So if you can't afford an order ship, then great, then learn to sell. So if you're actually in that type of situation and you say you have no money to maintain every month, I said, good, so let's get a couple customers. So your goal is, if you get three customers or 5 customers, normally you can easily cover your 100-point order ship, or $100 something, easily, a couple products. So if you want to, I'll give you goals. You want to cover your order ship, this is what you need. If you want to make $100, this is the amount of people you need to bring in. So just say you need to sign up 2 people or 1 person, right? You need to spy on 1 person. Then how many people you need to talk to? So you need to talk to, you probably need to approach 15, 20 people, 50%, I'll tell you 50% will probably say no, I'm not interested, but maybe 10 will be interested, okay? They agree to a meeting, and then for whatever reason, out of the 10, 5 will flake out and cancel on you, not show up meeting, give excuses, okay? That is expected. So I'm giving you expectations so you know what's happening. And then out of the 5 that we talk to, 1 or 2 will sign up, and that's how you generate the income. Okay, so that's what I do, goal setting. The last thing is I would teach you how to invite, like watching the video, the 5-star prospecting workshop. Go get it on my website. I know you've watched it. Watch the first video, how to invite, and the 3 different type of prospects, the SOW. So the successful, on the same level, and the ones that want to be like you. And how, so I teach you how to approach these 3 with short script, so you can set up meetings for me. Okay, so we can do the meetings together, I can present to them. All right, Randy, hope that's helpful. Start applying that. Yes, especially pay attention to the marketing thing I talked about. All right, this is Simon Chan. If you're interested in, you have any needs or any questions that you need help with, I recommend taking a look at my coaching program. Again, everyone in the 5-star mastermind or the advanced diamond mastermind group, they can send 1 or 2 questions, 1 or 2 emails every week with questions for me to help them with the business. All right, this is Simon Chan. Until next time, God bless you all. Take care. Bye-bye.